Okay, so this is my walk. And that pond right there, they have it covered up. I think that's so cool. I've never seen it before. But they have it covered up, I guess to prevent drowning, or I don't know, it's dirty. They don't want to clean it. I have no clue. But it's pretty cool. From afar, I thought it was water on top, and I got close. I'm like, what's that? But it's not water. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? Today, we're going to talk about naming your business. So, one of the first things, what is that down there? I feel like I want to turn back. Okay. I'm a scaredy cat, I know. Okay. So I'm still going to turn around. Just because I don't know what that is. I don't want to get into it. So, one of the first things that you must do when you are going to start your business is to come up with a name. And it's really, really hard nowadays to find a name because there's so many other companies right now, so many other entrepreneurs that's starting out. Like everybody and anybody just decides to start a business. And so finding a name is going to be really, really hard, really, really challenging. It's not impossible, but so in our very, very first issue, and one of these days I'm going to talk about the backstory to it. Probably do it the next trip around. So our first issue, we had this article called Tales of My Naming Experience by Frances Findlay Murray. She has a dessert. Oh my God, her desserts are to die for. Oh my God, I've experienced them. And if I'm away, I literally want something sweet to eat. I literally dream of her dessert. They're amazing. Anyway, the name of her company is Chez Fran Desserts. And her article is very, very funny, as well as it's funny. When you read her article, you're gonna laugh. So she had an experience wherein she literally came up with a name. And I don't know if she remembers this, but I think she mentions it in the article. So I said to her the name that she came up with. So there are several things that you have to do before you actually and she talks about her experience. Sorry. So there are several things that you have to do to ensure that your name is unique. Like your name must be unique. So it doesn't make sense, especially when you're having this global. There's a closer look at the pond thingy. So I'm walking in a park, by the way. I'm not walking on the road the way I usually do, but I'm gonna end up having to get back on the road because I don't live near the park. But anyway, so your name has to be unique, right? And so imagine you're in a global environment now where everybody orders. So if you want, let's see, you want a phone, you won't go to your local store to buy the phone. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? The birds? You're not going to necessarily go to your local store to buy the phone. You may buy it from Amazon or you may buy it from anywhere else. And chances are it's coming from a company that's not in your country. So keep that in mind, right? And so when you go on Amazon, for example, let me use Amazon as an example. So when you go on Amazon, you're going to see all these different names there. You don't want your name to be confusing with somebody else's name because you're not competing with people from England, from France, from Germany, from the US, you name it, even the Caribbean, you name it. So you want a name that is unique. So that's the first thing. So anyway, and then in getting a unique name, you also, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk around this park a couple of times. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm coming out. I'm just going to keep walking. I don't want to go around in circles. So I want to learn my neighborhood. I want to learn something new. Okay, so remember that this is my rambling, right? You're walking with me and listening to my rambling. And I really hope you enjoyed. If you don't enjoy the information, you should though. At least enjoy my voice, right? Okay, so where were we? You want your name to be unique. So Fran's story goes wherein she came up with a name and she didn't do the relevant research first. She came up with a name that was a really, really cool name. And then she actually decided, okay, this is going to be my name. And so she prints business cards and she started advertising. She did flyers, I think. She started advertising. When it was time to register it with the government, she found out, she started doing research then. And she found out that this name, other persons had this name. So guess what? All those stuff that she did. And when she tells the story, like, you have to read her article. It's in issue 1. When she tells the story, it makes you laugh, because I can't tell you as funny as she is, because I'm not as funny as she is. But then, I'm walking and I'm tired. And it's funny, just having these talks, I'm actually not feeling bored with walking. The hardest part is just to leave the house. But outside of that, and this neighborhood is so nice. I've never been on the street, so I don't even know where it ends. Okay, so, okay, so unique, right? So I talked about the fact that imagine you having to compete with all these different people on all these different levels. So it should be relevant. 10 years down the line, the name should still make sense. What do I say about that? Times change, things change, fads change. So try not to link it to something that's going to change, and it won't be. People think it's whatever silly name this is. So make sure that it's relevant 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, because you're looking for longevity, right? And then what I love about names is when they tell a story. So the last issue that we did, issue 6, 10 and Co., the featured article, I love her story. And it gives you an opportunity. So how did you come up with the name? It's a conversation starter. And then you start having a conversation, you get excited about your name, you get excited about your product. And guess what? People buy into your excitement. So that would be really cool. And you want people to buy into your excitement, because the best way to get your product sold because of your excitement. Okay, so I'm ending up somewhere. You know what? Let me go down this road. I have no clue where this road is gonna go, but let me go down this road. And a couple other stuff, like in terms of how to name your company, read the article. Seriously, there's a long list that she has there as to where to go. So don't just focus on Google search. We talked about before this, we talked about how to research properly. Don't just focus on Google to find out if your name already exists. So if you came up with a name, then you go and you have to search certain databases for it. Don't just focus on Google. There's Bing, there's Yahoo, there's AOL. I know we think some of these are not relevant anymore, but believe it or not, it's information that you need. I shouldn't say it's information. I should say it has information. They have information that you need. So, focus on other websites. Now, okay, I'm going around in a circle. Interesting road. And today's not garbage day, as you can see. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about naming your business? So I don't know if your name has to be catchy. I think a big part of branding is going to make your name catchy. I don't know. I could be wrong. You tell me. But like I said before, you need certain databases to be able to, you need to search certain databases anyway. And I, personally speaking, I don't think Google or even Facebook was catchy when they just started. I think they caught on after a while. So that is why I don't think it necessarily has to be catchy, but everybody to themselves. I'm sure people are going to say it should be catchy. What else should I tell you about naming convention? I think I'm going to end this one here though. Read issue 1. It has lots of really, really great resources about naming your company. And then from there, yeah, don't forget, subscribe, like, and share this video. And walk with me. Like, honestly, I'm walking, and this all came about from walking. So walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. And yeah, see you on the next video, which is probably next week, or an older video that you haven't watched it.